Hey everyone, there's a lot of conflicting information out in the world about whether or not lasting impressions is better or worse than explosive light on rocket launchers, and specifically a lot of people care about the palmyra-B because you can directly craft this rocket launcher, and a lot of people are looking to take it into the day one raid. So we wanted to do our own testing to clear things up. So just as kind of a baseline, all tests were done on the same palmyra-B, and all of the perks remained exactly the same other than explosive light and lasting impressions. This rocket had boss spec on it for that buff, and it also had impact casing for that buff. And we also wanted to test all of these things with and without the presence of the Gallowhorn buffed Wolfpack rounds that your rocket can spawn, because you should always be using that regardless, but it's good to know these damage numbers. So just a regular rocket with neither of these perks does 30,800 damage to Cali. If you add explosive light, you get a 25% buff to 38,500, and if you have a lasting impressions rocket instead, it gets a 19% buff at nearly 37,000 damage. So you can see just these normal rockets, explosive light does seem to be a little bit better, but things change pretty drastically when you throw Gallowhorn into the mix. So a normal rocket with none of these perks, with just being buffed by Galley, gets about a 42% buff over a regular shot at just under 44,000 damage. An explosive light Palmyra with the Gallowhorn buff hits almost 49,000 damage on average. All of these things were done in triplicate and averaged across, which is a 59% buff compared to the base shot. And then a lasting impressions Palmyra with the Gallowhorn buff hits at, once again, almost 49,000, a little bit lower at about a 58% buff. So explosive light consistently seems to be around 1% better than lasting impressions, but there's a couple caveats with this. Explosive light only stacks up to 6, and you can hold more rockets than that, so that's not the best scenario. And if you die, you lose explosive lights, and supers take longer to charge now, and you can't guarantee that you'll have great orb generation in things like a day one raid where you can easily access these orbs. It really depends on the size and shape of the arena, the difficulty, and the density of the enemies. And once again, if you just die, you lose all of your explosive light stacks and you have to start over, which causes you to go back down from the 59% buff to 42% buff with the Gallowhorn, which is not good at all. So in my opinion, for more difficult content where you are very likely to die and you cannot ensure consistent orb generation like a day one raid, lasting impression is clearly the better option. It does nearly the same damage, and no matter what, you are always applying that extra damage. It's very safe and easy to use. However, if you are speedrunning regular activities, or you have a short window, so say like a 10-second damage phase where you can't guarantee that you will get off all of your lasting impression rockets, explosive light will be better. So that is my conclusion. Please let me know yours down in the comment section below based off of this data. I hope you guys did find this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you're interested in watching either of the two videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed for more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video.